first down. They hand off to Marlon Mack. Huge hole, 50-yard line. He's at the 40, still going near sideline. He's at the 10. He's at the 5, and he will score. Touchdown, Marlon Mack. Touchdown, I-N-D-Y. And again, it's picked off. It's Darius Leonard. Leonard with his second INT, and he's streaking down the near sideline. He's at the 40. He's at the 30. He's at the 20. He's gonna go. A pick six for the Maniac.
Horseshoe is back, baby. The horseshoe is back.
Woo! What is going on, Colts Nation? Welcome back to another Bring the Juice Colts podcast live stream. You all know what it is. Y'all seen what just happened. The Colts are still in the playoff hunt. Let's go, everybody. The Colts just defeated the Las Vegas Raiders in Vegas 44-27. We got 60 of you in the chat in here already. What is good, everybody? Come on, guys, bring it in here. Let's have a little fun. And for anyone that is wondering, yes, I did see Spotlight Raiders talk. I was watching it right before we got started. Thank you guys for mentioning that to me. I really appreciate it. Oh, and look at that. Right off the back, Rig just became a member of the channel. Rig, welcome to the BTJ pod community. Thank you so much for being in here. Let me check that membership real quick to see what it is. And you are the real OJ membership. All right, I ain't seen too many of those on the channel. So thank you, Rig, for being in here. Blessed to have you as part of it. Let me mod you real quick. I got to make sure that yep, there we go. Why can't I mod? Oh, yeah, that's right, because I'm not on the gosh darn it, I didn't have the account. Can you do it, Cody?
I can try.
Get into the just log in to YouTube with the with that and then try to find them. I'm gonna have to switch it. I'm gonna have to switch
the stream.
Yeah, pull up the stream from while on the BTJ membership thing or on YouTube, and then you can mod that person. Trevor Howard with the Jonathan Taylor is my savior $2 super chat. Y'all know what it is, man. We're going to be talking about Jonathan Taylor. We are going to talk about a lot of things in this game. There's a lot to dissect here, a lot of great things to talk about, but I have to let this out, Cody, all right? If you don't want to hear it, headphones down, everybody. I have to let this one out. I'm sorry. Woo! Let's go!
Heck yeah!
Let's go!
Bro.
Woo! Man, That was so good, boys. I'm sorry, everybody, that I could not stream that game. I am so sorry. But my God, that was so much fun. Woo! Yeah. All right. And also Zach Moore with the $1 super sticker. Thank you, Zach, for the $1 super sticker. Very much appreciated. Cody. Dude, Colts are now 9-4. They're at where we thought they would be. I mean, what was your reaction to the end of this? I mean, it shocked me by a long shot right now.
Yeah, I know, right? Like, good God! There was certain points where we're going back and forth, and just like, oh dear, like this is gonna be a one-score game. It's gonna come down to the end. My heart can't take it anymore, man. I was just thinking that's how it's been all year. So good grief. Thank goodness the Colts started, really, man, after I'm trying to think what happened after that play really swung the momentum. I think that was that last score by Taylor and then the Kenny Moore strip. Then Corey Willis got a pick six. So everyone's getting in on the action, man.
Yeah, I know. I
posted stuff.
I posted on Twitter that the Colts defense was just getting gifted. And Christmas came early.
Yeah,
and
seriously.
Also, Reese KFM with a $1 super sticker. Reese, thank you so much. Indiana Sports Talk, I see. Can I mod yet? You gotta be a member in order to mod, man. But if you do, if you're in here more often, I promise I'll mod you at some point here soon. I promise. Because you know what? As a matter of fact, hold on. Yeah, I will have to do that at another time. I promise I'll get you. If you keep coming into these streams, I promise I'll get you. Also, the basic Cali badass in here with a $2 super sticker. Thank you, Mr. Basic Cali Badass, for being in here, man. Appreciate you with the $2 super sticker. Thank you guys so much for being in here. You guys heard what Cody had to say about it. let's talk here, Cody. Let's just break down everyone, man, because there's a lot of different things to talk about. Yeah. And did you get Rig his
I did.
Yet?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Should be a member.
I just checked it. Yep. I just checked it. He is a mod. Okay.
Awesome.
All right. So Phillip Rivers looking like, the Phillip Rivers that we've seen as of recently has just looked absolutely perfect in this game. There was very few times that there wasn't at any point in this game that I was like, wow, that was not Phillip Rivers. That looked like the Phillip Rivers that we expected him to look like. And my goodness, he looked so good.
So good. Yeah, man. Phillip Rivers, for all the crap we even gave him, to start the year with all the dumb interceptions, stuff like that, stupid turnovers, he has been very good at not turning the ball over. He's been so efficient the last 4 or 5 weeks, especially, man. I've loved what I've seen. He's done exactly what we said he needed to do if the Colts wanted to win. And we'll get into it, I'm sure. But now the Colts are able to run the football, man. And that is changing everything. So, oh, man, Colts over 200 yards today. By far their best outing as a team running the football. Great to get Costanzo back this week. He went out, but seemed like he came back in. So that certainly helped running the football.
Thank God, bro. Thank God. Zach Moore with a $2.80 super chat, 2.8 for 28. JT with the big game from the start. Dude, that first drive had 65 yards all to himself. 65 yards. It was all him, all Jonathan Taylor. And Colts Talk is in here. My boy, I'm one of Rivers' 9 kids. Well, that's awesome, man. Congratulations.
Yes.
Hey, the Spotlight Raiders Talk found his way in here. Y'all deserve the win, bro. Great game. Thank you, Darian, for being in here. Appreciate the kind words, man. Hey, it didn't turn out great for you guys, but, man, you guys are still a good team. I know you guys had some issues, but y'all are still a good team. Said Raiders suck. Good win. #respect. Hey,
well, you guys were good. You guys were good for a good amount of that game. So,
that first half was good, man.
Yeah, the score was a little bit, I think, not telling of the whole game because, the Colts got a couple, running touchdown, then Kenny Moore, and then they scored again, and then, Pakari Willis. So, this game was really close for a long, long time there. I was getting a little bit nervous. I was like, can we stop the Raiders offense? Because there were certain points where they were just carving through our defense. But fortunately, in the second half, the Colts defense again comes through beautifully, only allowing 6 points. So they didn't allow an offensive touchdown again in the second half. A shout out to them, man.
Defense.
And I feel like the defense is even getting better in the first half, which is great. I mean, you can't do much worse than you did a couple weeks ago, but still, I feel like this defense, after that Cincinnati game, they've gotten a little bit better in the first half. It hasn't always been the prettiest, like Houston last week, but I liked what they did. Kenny Moore, let's just talk about that, dude. What a freaking pick by Kenny.
We just go ahead and talk about Kenny Moore. We'll skip Jonathan Taylor for a second. Let's just talk about Kenny Moore. But first, hold on a second. My friend Colin, I think this is my friend Colin from work. Colin just became a member as well. Colin, what's up, my dude? Hold on, let me check out this. Let me check this thing out. Hold on. Got juice. Okay. All right. Y'all are awesome, dudes. Listen, this week, I'm going to be pushing out a lot of content. I'm going to be pushing out a lot of content for videos, and I'm also going to be doing stuff for the members. A lot of the members, I know a lot of you haven't gotten a lot of your stuff recently. I apologize. I promise I'm going to get it done. I'm going to try and get everything done this week. I have the opportunity to do that. But Colin, thank you so much for the membership. Welcome to the BTJ community. Now, let's talk about freaking Kenny Moore, the nickel corner of the NFL. Okay, can we stop?
Yes.
Can we stop and appreciate this man? Can we appreciate it? Because earlier this year, I heard a guy on CBS Sports go on air and was talking about the cornerback group for Indianapolis. Neglected to even mention Kenny Moore's name. Didn't even mention him. It was like he wasn't even on the roster. And look at what this man is doing. He not only had probably the greatest interception of the year with that one-handed grab to save a touchdown, and then gets that fumble that pretty much just put the game away for Indianapolis at the end. Oh my goodness. Kenny Moore, Cody, talk about him, please.
Bro.
Hold on, I think I lost you. Your audio, I lost you. There we go.
Sorry about that. I don't know what just happened.
Yeah, I think I lost you for a second there.
But Derek, I can't hear you. But anyway, Kenny Moore, man. What can you say about it, man? He's just been fantastic ever since, really, he was brought into the league. Actually, fun fact, I remember kind of went to like a dumb game back in 2017, Colts-Broncos, trash game, just awful. Colts got beat by Brock Osweiler. Kenny Moore got his first NFL interception. Ever since then, man, he's just been phenomenal. I love everything that Kenny Moore brings. He's got those long arms. You saw him even last week against Deshaun Watson. Hello. He used those long arms to his advantage, and I really have loved Kenny Moore ever since the Colts took a chance on him. So I can't hear you, Derek, for some reason. But anyway, that's
I can hear you. I can hear you, which is weird.
But let's keep talking about Kenny Moore. Yeah, Kenny Moore did, man. All-pro Kenny Moore, in my opinion.
I'm calling this man. Hold up. Can you not hear me?
What's up?
Can you not hear me?
I can hear you on here. Let's just go from here.
Jesus. Hold on. Just try and mute your mic.
Okay.
Because they said they can hear both of us, so that shouldn't be an issue.
Muted.
Okay, hold on a second. Yeah. Muted. Can you hear me now? What is going on? What is going on here? Hold on a second, Cody.
Why does this have to happen now?
Hold on.
Still can't hear you.
Unmute your mic. Why is this happening now?
I'm leaving. I'll come back. Give me a second.
Okay, leave and come back. Sorry, guys. We're having some technical difficulties. Give us a second. I'm sorry. We're having some technical difficulties here. I promise we'll get it fixed up. Something happened.
I don't know what happened.
You good now?
Screw technology, man.
There we go. Anyway. All right, there we go. Yeah, like
there we go.
All pro Kenny Moore, please. I mean, can we give this man some national respect, please? Like seriously, it's like ridiculous just how many people be just sleeping on this man. I was talking about Darius Leonard at the beginning of the season, in the offseason. I said, how many people hate this man because they keep trying to say he's no good, or at least isn't as good as what we thought he is. And Kenny Moore's in the same freaking boat, man. Like, holy cow.
Not even YouTube can stop the Kenny Moore hype train right here, right now, my friend. This dude is an all-pro. Give the man the recognition he deserves. Like, it's about time. My goodness.
That was just an incredible interception. That was insane. All right, now let's talk about the running backs here, man. We got to go back to it.
Okay,
we got to go back to it. Jonathan Taylor. I mean, what can we say about this man? What can we say?
Woo.
Hey.
Yes, sir.
How many of y'all in here Trent Richardson 2.0? Is that what I heard?
Oh, I know some of y'all were in here
in the comments.
That.
I know some of y'all in here were saying it earlier too. What y'all got to say now? How many? You're telling me Trent Richardson having that kind of game? Get out of here, bro. Get out of here.
Taylor had more yards today than freaking Richardson had his entire Indianapolis career. So get out of here.
Get out of here, bro.
Ridiculous.
Holy cow. That run, bro. The speed. I told you that was why we drafted that man. The speed is just incredible. I mean, holy cow, dude. I mean, just the ability to outrun corners like that. Man. What is that, dude? A guy that outweighs them by 40 pounds outran all of them. I mean, holy crap, bro.
Bro, that is why, like you said, that's why we drafted him. Like, when I saw what he did at Wisconsin, I was like, oh my gosh. And then, like, you saw that, man. He's got the size, he's got the speed, he's got everything you want in a running back. And he's durable. Dude, he's over 700 yards now. Like, he could get to 1,000 yards. And having
Okay. That was weird. Did any of y'all hear that too? Any of y'all hear that? The audio just cut out. What was that? What was that? Did y'all hear that? Yeah, what was that? I have no idea. What is that? Can you hear me, Cody? It's got to be on your end, bro.
Just keep going. Just keep going. I can't hear you, but I don't care, man. Keep
exit out of the stream again. Exit out and then come back in.
Why? Why
exit out, come back in. Exit out,
bro.
Come back in. Get out.
I don't know what you're saying, but oh well.
Hop out
it's
and
fine.
Come back in.
Okay, I will.
Come back in. All right. Oh my gosh, you guys, what is happening right now? Sarah Small, thank you. Another great member of the channel with the $1 super sticker. Thank you so very much. Very much appreciated. Yeah, I was wondering what that was, guys. He was repeating. I don't know what that was. Okay, can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Okay, you had a weird thing where it started repeating. Your audio
is it's just I'm not using my regular laptop. So it's that old one that kept crapping out on us earlier in the year. So that's what's happening.
Cody Trap remix. There it is. I'm going to get this back from the stream and I'm going to post that because that's
Let me
hilarious.
switch this around and see if this helps.
Yeah, he'll switch some stuff up, guys. But look, also, we can't leave out what Nyheim Hines did in this game too, okay? I know we want to give all the love to Jonathan Taylor, and Jonathan Taylor looked like a complete animal in this game. I mean, 20 carries for 150 yards and 2 touchdowns. He had a phenomenal game. Nyheim Hines also had himself a really good game today too, okay? 7 receptions for 58 yards. Also had himself 4 catches for 17 yards that came in clutch. I mean, these two guys today were just unstoppable out of this backfield. Kenny Moore hype is overloading the screen.
Bro, it is. Yeah, Colts had over 200 yards rushing between the two of them. They had 208 yards rushing and 27 attempts between Jonathan Taylor and Nyheim Hines. So, my goodness, bro. They had some days. Taylor he averaged 7.5 yards per carry. That is unheard of.
That is incredible.
Had 8.3. So, like, good grief.
Hey, John Nichols with the $1 super sticker. Thank you so much, John. Appreciate you being in here, my guy. Look, and yes, Colts sir. Talk mentioned it, and and Michigan Wolverines mentioned it too. This offensive line, dude. I mean, he did not get sacked one time today. Phillip Rivers had a lot of great time, and also I do want to also give a quick shout out that play to Jack Doyle that ran or no, it wasn't to Jack Doyle. I don't remember who it was to. But Jonathan Taylor had a phenomenal block on a blitz pickup that allowed Phillip Rivers to make an exceptional throw. Unbelievable blocking job today. And before I let you go any further, Cody, Samuel with the $5 super chat. Thank you so much, Samuel, and everyone else that's donating. Thank you, guys. Now that Taylor and Hines are coming into their own, do we still have a spot for Mac? Huge Mac fan, by the way. I don't know, man. I don't know. I really hope Mac comes back, but who knows? We'll talk about that later in the season. Let's start focusing just on this. But also, this is the other one too. 0 holding flags. It didn't exist. And it was so good to see Costanzo in the game for 95% of it. This offensive line just looked completely different today.
Yes. Yes, it did. Shout out to this offensive line. We have crapped on them a lot this season. Yes. They came out and they had a day. I mean, this offensive line, give them all, man. You know, this whole unit, the MVP of this game, undoubtedly, offensive line. Big Q. And shout out to Big Q. Whenever Costanzo went down, he shifted over to left tackle for a little bit till Costanzo came back in. So it was at one point Nelson and then Pinter on the left side, which is
no, it wasn't Pinter. It was Hunt. It was Hunt.
I'm pretty sure it was okay.
No,
somebody said Pinter on there.
No, it was
I was traveling home, so I wasn't able to see that. But
no, it was not Pinter. It was Hunt.
Okay, so that's good to know. Somebody lied to me, so apologies on that one.
Hey, another one. Brandon Wood with a $5 super chat. I told y'all you need to run the Wildcat at the beginning of the year, and now they've scored like 4 or 5 off of them. Told y'all. Brandon, you're right, bro. You're right. I said the same thing to my brother, Cody, when we were in there. It's like, how come we don't do that more often, dude? Naheem Hines holding the ball and giving it to Jonathan Taylor. That's crazy, dude. That's such a good weapon. Why don't we do that?
I know, right? Dude, a big thing. I saw somebody say 0 interceptions. So that's another big thing in this game. The Colts had, I believe, 3 turnovers because you had the 2 interceptions, you had the forced fumble, and the Colts turned it over 0 times. So the Colts are +3 today in the turnover department. Huge for this this win. Huge key to this win. The Colts were really took care of the ball really well and forced some turnovers. And before we go on, there's 160 people in this chat. Let's get hit the likes on there and
hit the freaking likes.
Yeah, make sure to sub as well. Colts Nation, we're here. Dude, I'm freaking pumped. I hope you guys are as pumped as we are.
Holy cow, man.
Oh
my gosh, boys. Boys and girls, this has just been a phenomenal day. This day just got a whole heck of a lot better because of what we're seeing right now. Thank you to the 2 new members that are in here today. And thank you to everyone that is sending the stickers and the super chats. You are all awesome. Thank you to everyone that's in here. Now, we talked a lot about Phillip Rivers had an exceptional game. We talked about the running backs. Jonathan Taylor having a career day. This will go down as one of those career days for him. And now we talked about the offensive line, how phenomenal they blocked all game long. Let's talk about the receivers, man. And
let's do it.
Listen, I want to be the first person to say this. I want to be on air, and I'm looking directly at my camera right now. I'm going to look at the camera, and I'm going to send this message straight to T.Y. Hilton, okay? This is for T.Y. I am sorry for anything I've said that said that I thought you lost a step. If I said anything like that, I am sorry. I should not have said it. That was not what I should have done. And obviously I was wrong. T.Y. Hilton, you are the staple of Indianapolis. Thank you for playing the way that you do. You are awesome. I am seriously hoping the Colts extend you, bro. Please.
Yes.
Cody, you and I have given him a lot of dirt over this season, right? We've said we don't know if he keeps playing like this. We probably shouldn't extend him, but
right.
But the way he's playing over these last couple weeks, it has shown you he has so much more left in the tank. We just have to get the ball to him.
Right, and that is something that, an article came out, it was either earlier this week or last week, where T.Y. Hilton, at the beginning of the season, he talked to Reich and talked to Sirianni, and he said, hey, I'm totally okay if my targets go down. And that is so much what you want in a leader. And I guess we were kind of a little bit blinded, he just wasn't getting the ball enough, so we're his stats aren't what T.Y. Hilton normally has, but that's okay. Because they're spreading the ball around so much, and the thing was, we were just okay, T.Y. Hilton's not producing when he's getting the ball thrown his way early on. We were saying that he was dropping easy balls, stuff like that. You're just this isn't T.Y. Hilton, but credit him, man. He has come back the last 3 games. He has been phenomenal. Really has. He's made some clutch catches. It's never the huge, oh my gosh, 90-yard bomb to T.Y. Hilton. He still had some highlight plays, but it hasn't been luck to Hilton, like we've seen, but he's made some key catches. He had a key catch today. Obviously he had that touchdown, which was big. T.Y.
2 touchdowns.
Good leader, man.
2 touchdowns today for the Ghost. He had that 50-yard. Yeah, he had a 50-yard bomb from Rivers, and then one of them where he just mossed it out of Mullins'
you're
hands.
Right. Yep, you're right.
Yeah.
My bad.
Freaking Nomadic Brian with the $5 super chat. Thank you, Nomadic, for being in here. T.Y. is back. Go Colts. And look, I said it too at the beginning of the season that I thought, T.Y., he just wasn't getting targeted the way that I'm used to seeing him. And I thought that was why, the performance was kind of slipping, and I think you're right. I did kind of get blinded by that, but and then we kind of just was like, oh, well, it's all of a sudden now maybe TY did lose a step. But he's showing you he's got it, man. He's got it. 2 straight weeks of having 100 yards receiving and 3 touchdowns over the last 2 games. This guy is just balling and making plays. His swag level on that Moss catch, he stood over him. He caught it and stood over him. Like, did you seriously just try that? Come on.
What? T.Y. Hilton's like 5'9". So
yeah, I know. That's the funny part. That's the funny part. Zach Moore with another $2 super chat. Another great member in here. That's when ghosts come alive, when people sleep on him. For real, though.
Yes,
hey,
sir.
I love that, man. Love it. Dude.
Bro, he's still got another matchup against this Texans secondary next week.
Yeah, I know, right?
Another big game. I'm freaking pumped for that.
It's incredible, dude. I mean, this receiving core has just been phenomenal, man, over the last couple of days. They have really figured it out. And, TY has been a lot to help with that. He's been providing that spark over the last couple games that this wide receiver core is really needed. And Pittman had himself a good game today. He had that one drop that was contested late in the game, but they still he still made some plays out there, made some good catches. He almost had a touchdown, but he'll move on. But it was a really good day by him. Zach Pascal had probably the most important catch of the day, and that was that when the Colts were moving at the end of the was moving down at the end of the first half, I believe. And he had that big catch for a 25-yard gain that put us in near field goal range on a 3rd and long. That was one of the that was such a huge catch. We've been talking about it all year, how Zach Pascal, he may not have the receiving numbers that, some other guys will have, but my goodness, he makes the plays when they are needed, dude. It is so important. Oh, I want to see a couple of these. Should I call the Raider Cody podcast and give some input from a Colts fan's perspective?
Give it a try, man.
Hey, absolutely. Let me see. Where I thought I missed something. There was a comment in here that was great. I joined a Raiders stream and they are demoralized. Yeah, they're so sad right now because that their playoff hopes are pretty much done at this point. Russell Robinson, great game from a Raiders fan. Russell, thank you for being in here. Thanks for sharing the love, man. Appreciate that. Yeah, it's a lot. Guys, I might bring Spotlight Raiders Talk on to do a recap tomorrow. We might just want to do that because he did say he would be up to doing a recap with us. We could probably just do that, to be honest.
Yeah, we could do that. If he's not too demoralized, we could bring him on. So I know how that feels, especially after week 1, bro. That's probably how we were feeling at that point.
Yep.
Good gosh. Yeah.
Yeah, receivers doing great job. Burton wasn't really in the action too much today, and he wasn't, no catches for him, at least none that were big, or he did have one catch, I believe, but Jack Doyle had some really important catches in this game. Mo Alley Cox had a good catch on that screen pass for sure.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean, this offense today, dude, this is the most points. This is the most points that Indianapolis has scored in a game since 2014.
Yeah, I saw that stat at the end of the game. I was like, good grief. And bro, and this is something kind of funny that I saw earlier. What is it with the Colts at the Raiders when the Colts decide to, for whatever reason, make these spectacular one-handed catches? What is the deal, man?
I have no freaking idea.
I'll take it, but wow.
Trevor, wow. I appreciate the emojis in the chat. Appreciate those.
Almost 200 Colts fans in here. Holy
freaking 200 of you. Let's go. Freaking like the freaking stream, guys. Sub if you haven't already. Thank you to everyone that is in here. We are out here celebrating the Colts being 9-4 on the verge of being in the playoffs. Their playoff hopes still alive and really good and well. Let's keep it going, everybody. Now, Cody, this defense, man, this defense. I mean, we got to keep talking about it because, again, there's just a lot to really discuss about this. Let's talk about something here that, that wasn't the best part of this Colts defense today. And that was the pass rush. Now, in the second half, they did get a slight better pass rush on him in the second half. But throughout most of this game, again, we just struggled to get the ball, to Carr. I know Carr was throwing the ball pretty quickly today because he's one of those quarterbacks that does that. But, man, we could not get pressure on Derek Carr today.
No, that was the biggest concern I had, and the biggest thing moving forward, for sure, was the lack of pressure. I don't think they sacked him once today, so that's kind of concerning moving forward.
Buckner got to him a couple times, and so did Houston, but just as he was throwing it. So
yeah, for sure. And I also forgot to mention. So I said they didn't allow a defensive touchdown, like the defense didn't allow a touchdown. They did technically, but like it was a garbage time touchdown, so I don't really count it.
I
guess they technically did because the Raiders scored 27, but still.
Michael was saying, can't y'all just kneel this? Y'all are down 3 scores. Why are y'all even trying?
Right, for sure. And bro, like, it's crazy how well the Colts have been able to run the football recently. That is going to be a big, big key next week because the Colts are facing Houston again. I didn't see the final score. I know Deshaun Watson went out in the game. I'm assuming Houston lost that game this week.
They got destroyed. Yeah. They
so
got
it makes it even funnier that there's a Texans fan in here saying you guys are going to be 9-5 after this next week, after y'all just got destroyed. And we've discovered our running game, and that's your weakness. So, like, we're just going to keep running it. Like, why not?
I mean, neither one really helps us, I think. Right. Honestly, I don't think either one really helps. But I think if the Bills win and keep that spot in their division, I think that would be more helpful to us. But dude, your guy, dude, with a freaking pick 6. He was gifted an interception, and he took full advantage of it, dude.
He did. I was like, my boy, Kari, let's go.
Hey, Bobby Okereke had himself some good tackles today, okay? Let's not just throw all the love at Kari Willis. Let's throw some love there. Bobby Okereke, man. And, I want to see how many tackles. How many tackles did Darius Leonard have today? He looked like he was everywhere today.
Let me find out here.
Yeah, I
got
11
tackles. 11 tackles here, a tackle for loss. He actually left the game with a back injury, so that's something to monitor. Xavier Rhodes also left.
Yeah, as well. People were asking about that, whether or not he's okay. Yeah, he walked off on his own. He actually jogged off on his own power. He looked like he got hit pretty hard on that one drive by Okereke when they were both making a tackle. So I think he's probably just was banged up. Honestly, I don't think it's much more than that, guys.
See, I kind of wonder if that was the case with also Xavier Rhodes, who's on the sidelines, because like he's still there. He wasn't in the locker room, but it was kind of like, well, we're blowing him out. Why would we risk putting him back in there at that point? Certainly be something worth monitoring, though, because that's a big loss to lose Xavier Rhodes. But let's also talk about Rocky Sin, because so many people have been crapping on Rocky Sin the last couple of weeks. He had a really great pass deflection in the end zone that forced the Raiders to kick a field goal instead of get a touchdown. So shout out to him. I thought in the snaps he played, he was pretty good. He had 4 tackles and a pass deflection, like I mentioned. So Rocky Sin played really well. I feel like, and we already talked about Kenny Moore, obviously, and 200 people in the chat.
Yeah, let's go. 200 of y'all, man. Come on. Y'all are freaking showing up today, man. I guess this is what happens when the Colts win, bruh. Let's go. But yeah, you're right. Xavier Rhodes being out, that thankfully that didn't hurt them, going late into the game. I think Xavier Rhodes wanted to go back in, but I think the trainers were trying to tell him not to because, he was, you're right. He was on the sideline wanting to go back in, but you could see the visual pain that was on his face. So, he wasn't ready to go back in as much as he wanted to. I don't think he should have. And I'm glad he didn't. I think he's going to be okay. I think he just hyperextended that knee. when he was trying to make
Yeah.
that tackle. When he brought that knee down, I think it just extended the wrong way.
Yeah. Speaking of knee, did you see freaking Jonathan Abram on the Raiders knocked himself out on Jonathan Taylor's knee? That was crazy.
Did he really?
Yeah. You don't try to tackle that man, dude.
Jonathan Abram, I love the guy, but his physical nature is just it comes back to bite him sometimes. It did when he pushed it did when he had pushed Zach Pascal early in the first quarter. Is it time to grow the playoff beard? Hell yeah, dude. I'm growing this thing, man. Absolutely. I'm down. Let's freaking go. Oh man.
Bro, this is funny. I'll see if you guys can see it or not.
Colts D in the first half, Colts D in the second half. That is the most factual thing I've ever seen in my life. Even though this game, I don't think that's true. First off, 106 likes on the stream. Thank you guys so much. But yeah, like that first touchdown that they scored, with the throw to the tight end, I didn't even think that was really bad defense. Kenny Moore had a hand right there. It was just really good defense. A really good throw by Derek Carr, and it was just a great move by the tight end to get separation. I mean, there was not much more that we could do, but that drive after that, the second touchdown they scored in the first half, that was when it was like, Jesus, like what happened? Like what was that? That's when I got nervous. That's when I got nervous. I was like, oh no, here we go. Like what's going to happen here? And then they answered the freaking call, dude. They freaking Kenny Moore, that interception just sparked that defense and they never looked back.
No, yeah, that was a huge spark. And I was even saying, like, whenever Raiders were driving, like, defense, you need some momentum. That's what you need right now. You need a big play. You need something, because the Raiders at that point had scored 14 straight. Like, they were slicing through your defense pretty well. And I was like, okay, you need to make a splash play. Have your key players making key plays here. And Kenny Moore, man, all pro, in my opinion. I already mentioned it earlier. Best slot corner in the league. There's no question about it. Leads the team now with 4 picks. We know what he can do everywhere. Like, he can get to the quarterback. He can pick off the quarterback. The man's just a playmaker. He really is. And that credit Chris Ballard, that was undoubtedly his best find off the waiver wire. Definitely. Really, I mean, you think about it. Kenny Moore came in, and I was trying to say it earlier, came in 2017 when all those players went down. Like, remember that?
Is he still streaming? I
don't know. Well, he did leave a comment, but
yeah, he left the comment, but he probably is still streaming. I'm gonna pull that up.
I'm gonna think if I was in his place, I'd probably be off my phone, probably like secluded somewhere, questioning my life. Right? I
don't think he's streaming anymore. I think he left. I think he's gone.
He's in the grieving portion of
today. He was so mad at his other co-hosts. Like, I'm not kidding. He was the only one trying to defend Derek Carr. Like, everyone else was saying Derek Carr was just as much of the problem today as anyone else. When I'm like, dude, are you serious? That Derek Carr was far beyond the worst problem they had today. When you give up 40 points, you give up 40 points, you got a problem somewhere. You think we can beat the Steelers? DJ Abcool, I'm going to just put it this way. Yes, but I'm not looking at the Steelers right now. I'm looking at Houston.
Baby.
That is way more important of a game than the Steelers game. Way more important. And that's the first one we got to deal with, man. But thank you for the super chat. Very much appreciated. And yes, I do believe that we can. Absolutely. Oh my goodness, man. Holy cow.
It's like the adrenaline's not gone yet. Let's keep going, man. Let's keep this train rolling.
Yeah, he's streaming still. I just got off his channel. Oh, okay. Sounds good.
Man.
Oh, yeah. I can't wait until next week so we can put a dent on y'all's playoff hopes.
All right, bro.
All right. Just like you tried to do last week, right? Defense.
I mean, if you're the Titans, I understand.
Yeah,
but you're the freaking Texans. Like, stop. Y'all traded DeAndre Hopkins for a running back that can't stay on the field. Just chill.
Everybody just go raid at Raider Cody. He's live post game. Go raid.
Oh, man.
No, don't everybody leave. Just
y'all stay in here.
Yeah, y'all stay in here just after. He's probably still going to be streaming after we're done.
Yeah,
Oh,
I mean, if
man.
y'all do want to go over there, be sure to leave a like and subscribe because we'll be up with a recap video here pretty soon. Also, I'm assuming
Yeah, absolutely.
probably tomorrow, right? I would think.
Either tomorrow or probably tomorrow, probably.
Bro, we got to get
Oh,
this
man.
stream to 200 likes. Like, there's over 200 people in here. Every one of y'all right now, hit
For
that
real,
like
though.
button.
I don't know why y'all ain't hitting the like button yet.
This is the big. Okay, we said this about every week the last couple of weeks. This is one of the biggest wins for the Colts this year. Like, this is the measuring stick. Like, the Raiders were in playoff contention. So, like, my goodness, this is a big win.
Hey,
This is a
Scotty,
really
don't be saying that, dude. We're not messing with them. We're not gonna mess with their stream. And besides,
No, we're good.
they're Raiders fans. We're allowed to pick on them today because they lost.
Bro, we
Okay,
got
we're not being
it all the time when the Colts lose.
all the time, bruh. Who's the one dislike? Who did it?
Probably
Who
the
did it?
Texans
Show your
guy.
freaking face. Hey, Jake McClain, my guy. Jonathan Taylor is a god. Let's go Colts 1-0. Jake McClain, my guy. We had him on a live stream, a subscriber live stream a few weeks ago. Awesome to have him in here. El Kel with a $1 super sticker. Thank you, El Kel, for that. Appreciate that very much. It was me. Yeah, Alex Jones. I bet it is. If we get 200
Don't
likes,
do
I
it.
dare you to invite Spotlight Raiders Talk. Now we got 3 dislikes. Are you serious, y'all?
Y'all are trolling.
Okay, y'all be trolling the heck out of us, man. We should be good sports. They
Those
may
would
be
go
rooting for the Colts now. Oh, man.
Well, any sad Raiders fans are always welcome to come join the Colts. We'll
Bro,
be here with
me
arms wide
too.
open.
Zach, me
Oh,
too,
yeah.
though. I was before I even picked up the phone to call my brother. I was waiting for a flag to be thrown. I was waiting for it. I
Right.
was like, oh my God, please. Oh man, dude. That was such a good performance by Jonathan Taylor, bro. Like, what was that? That was a game, dude. Holy
Showing
cow.
up that speed, man. That speed we talked
Jeez.
about.
That 4.4 speed. Holy crap, dude. It's hard to
Man.
believe a guy that weighs 230 pounds can run a 4.4.
I know, right?
It's hard to believe that that's even possible nowadays.
This dude's a freaking rookie, and he's doing this. Wow.
How did you see Nelson as a tackle? He played tackle on the second series when Costanza was out.
Just for a little
Costanza
bit.
went out for a couple plays, and that's where he ended up at.
Yes.
Oh man, dude. Think the adrenaline's starting to wear off a little bit now that we kind of talked about
Bro,
everything.
get yourself some juice.
And I lost his audio again. I don't know why your thing keeps doing that, Cody. I lost your audio again. Hop out the stream, bro. Do it again. El Kel, should we go after Wentz or Darnold this offseason? Both would be good under our system. Thank you, first off, for the $5 super chat. Very much appreciated. And yeah, I mean, both of them could be options. I'm not going to it's the evil laptop. Yeah, Peyton. Well, it's the evil laptop. Cody, whatever you do, you gotta retire that thing, bro. It's cutting you out.
I normally do, but I had to leave my other laptop at my work, so because so this is why I wasn't around. I'll just let you all know. So I went down to Southern Indiana with some of my family this weekend, and so I had to leave my laptop at work so somebody could use it for this morning. So that's why I have the other laptop. It's not the greatest thing. I thought, hey, I could just use it for maybe this stream, and that's about it. But obviously, there's a reason I don't use it, and you now see why. So hopefully this will never happen again. We'll see.
Yeah, H-Town. Hey, y'all, everybody stop messing with H-Town, all right? No
All
problem with a little bit of friendly banter, but let's not be going crazy. But H-Town, we appreciate you, man. Even though you a Texans fan, we appreciate you, man. We appreciate you. It's all
we're
GGs
so used
at the end.
to certain Titans fans coming in and trashing us, so we just think it's for everybody. Not all Titans
Yeah,
fans.
we love to mess with some people, man. We definitely do.
Yeah, I do hope that like in our trash talk, people don't think we're personally attacking them. It's just a part of the game, man.
Yeah. It's all fun and games, bro. No harm done here.
Yeah, we're good.
142 likes on the stream. Appreciate all of you being in here. Holy cow. I mean, dude, this was a game, dude. I mean, this was, and also, was there any point in today's game when you said you didn't like how Frank Reich called the game plan?
Honestly, not a whole lot, which is different this year. I feel like that's what we've been on him about.
We've been on him a lot about that this year.
I was actually like, when I saw him go for the field goal, I was surprised. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe he's
like,
learning a little bit.
If you actually thought that he was going to go for it on that 4th and 2, believe me, I did.
I thought no. So this is what I was like. Okay, if the Colts can get to field goal range, and then they just started running it really well, and I'm like, oh crap, they might score a touchdown here. Then like Hines got like really close, and I was like, oh my, like could he actually go for this? But thank goodness he didn't. I mean, I'm more of a believer in certain points, but I think Frank Reich, hopefully this is a little bit of growth, and maybe this is some of the in-game awareness that we've kind of questioned sometimes from Frank Reich. Really liked that decision, honestly, because it puts you up by 6 then, and the Raiders have to go down. If they were to go down, they had to score a touchdown. So, I mean, right then, like if you just kick that field goal, like even when the Raiders went down, kicked the field goal, you're still up. So I think that was big.
Just John Nichols again with another $5 super chat. Thank you, John. Just imagine if Marlon Mack can come back healthy next year, and they have Taylor, Hines, and Mack rushing in the same backfield. That's the best backfield in the whole NFL, and it's not even close. Y'all would really go for Wentz when he's due $60 million. Nah, not over the next 2 years. Yeah, Phillip Rivers over everyone else. Honestly, is starting to maybe pick up some momentum now. Honestly, with the way he's playing. Oh my gosh. All good. Y'all have a great channel. Appreciate that, H-Town. And they punted once today. Colts punted one time today. That's it.
Yeah.
I want Cody's shirt. We're gonna have to fix that up, guys. And when we get it on the when we get our merch site up, we're gonna have to make that.
Yes.
And then we'll so that way you guys can buy it.
Hey, your guy Spotlight's back in here.
Oh yeah, there. Yeah, I saw him in there. I gotta get his comment.
I got you.
Oh yeah, we should have went for it on 4th and 2. Yeah, you probably should have.
Yeah, seriously.
It's so much stuff I can say about this game, man. Raiders never show up when it needed. Hey, I mean, that's just some games, man. It's just how some games are, bro. 220 of you in here, by the way. Thank you to everyone that is in here. 150 likes on the stream already. Can we please get to 200 before the end of the stream?
Easy. We can get to 200.
Come on, man. Let's go. Yeah, and going back to the turnover thing, man. I mean, it's one of those things that is just it's one of those things that when the Colts are on that side of it where, they're creating turnovers and we're not turning the ball over, that's with any team, you're going to end up handling business pretty well. Let's see here. Let me see. That defense. Hey, Andrew, what's up? DeVries, how you doing, bro? Yeah. That defense killing it today. Oh, there we go. Okay. Let me see here. Keep going. Reich is calling passes with wide receivers on the run to gain yards. Yeah, definitely. Please take my next comment. Okay, well, we'll see what your next comment is. Good game, Raiders suck. Get out there, boys. Now, this was a well-deserved win. Let's enjoy it and get ready for the next one. Heck yeah, bro.
Oh, yeah. We're going to be celebrating, man.
Hey, Derek and Cody, let them know that's how we handle business. Nah. Hey, that's how we handle business, bro. Let's go. Let's go.
Yes, sir.
Killing it, baby. Gosh. For Jim Irsay. All right, let's go.
If I had a weight right now, I'm gonna go get one.
All right, let's go. Shout out to the Colts. Y'all showed why y'all was the better team. Appreciate you, Spotlight. Yeah, we just kind of showed him, man. Raiders Talk should join the live stream. Hey, I'm down to bring him in. If he wants to do that, then I'm down to bring him in here and let him tell him to come in here, guys. Start tagging the crap out of him. And if he messages me that he wants to come on, then I'll bring him on.
Let's go.
Freaking dumbbell. That is crazy.
That was for Jim.
I found you boys after you followed my old account from a comment I made on a Colts winning post against Green Bay, and I don't regret it. Hey, Rig, appreciate you, man. Always appreciate people interacting with our stuff. Cody getting the afterburners
right?
in. He's got to get that juice, man. You got to burn that stuff off a little bit, man. All right. We're bringing Spotlight Raiders talk into the mix. Hold up. We're bringing him in. All right. This is
Let's
a first.
go.
This is a first for Bring the Juice Nation, bringing somebody in who has not had anything to do with what we've gotten ourselves involved in. Let me see if I can get to my messages here. There we go. I gotta find Spotlight on here.
All right.
Oh shoot. No, I'm in the wrong account. I'm in our account. I gotta get back into mine. Oh man. I think I forget my Twitter password. Oh no. What did I forget? What is it? Oh,
I don't know.
No. Oh crap. Okay. Hold on. I can just search him. I know what he is. So let me just at Spotlight Raiders Talk. Oh, there it is. We follow each other. I guess I just couldn't find him. There we go. Okay. Now we can put the link in there.
I got you, Fitty.
We got you, Darian. We got you. Let's bring you in here. Bring in Mr. Colts and Mr. Raiders guy himself. Hey, Cody, when you get a chance, could you check the DM on the BTJ page? He's saying you something?
Oh, is it on the Twitter or Instagram?
Probably on the Instagram.
Oh, I just check him. Instagram.
Just check him. Here he is. All right. We're bringing him on, everybody. Mr. Raiders Talk himself. Spotlight Raiders Talk. Darian. Listen, Darian, I tapped into your stream right before we started ours. I saw the little tirade you had with the other guys. And, I know you saw a couple of my comments backing you up saying that, Derek Carr was not the issue today. It was practically everyone else that was the issue for your team today. Man, why don't you just give us first impressions of this game, man?
The first impressions of this game, first I knew once we decided to defer and get the ball in the second half, I know that the Raiders offense definitely do good when we get our first possessions. But I already knew I was scared of our defense going into this game. I already knew how we allowed the Jets to run 200 yards on us on defense last week, and how we was going to pan up this week against the run game. And it showed that we couldn't pan up against the run game this week with Jonathan Taylor and Nyheim Hines. Once I saw that, y'all was driving down the field and I think I got a field goal out of it instead of a touchdown on that first drive. I looked at it, I was like, okay, we're not going to be able to stop the run in this game. We're not. We came back down and we end up, y'all end up scoring, if I'm not mistaken. Then we end up scoring, making it 14-10. But Paul Guntner is just a terrible defensive coordinator. He had no answer for the running backs whatsoever. I don't know why you had Neville Lawson on T.Y. Hilton, which it didn't make no sense at all. You should have put our number one guy on T.Y. Hilton, which was Trayvon Mullen. But other than that, we just didn't play no disciplined football. As a Raiders fan, we didn't play disciplined football. People thinking that, the offense only scored 14 points. Yeah, but we did get down there more than 4 times in the red zone, and John Gruden had some conservative play calling. And it's sometimes if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And he kept fixing it when it wasn't broke. And that's exactly why we lost this game. Defensively, we really lost this game on the defensive side more than the offensive side. We had 27 points to y'all 44, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I mean, it's 20 if you don't count the garbage time touchdown, because we was up by 24 with 3 minutes left.
Right. And in the third quarter, when we got down in the red zone and Nelson Aguilar had that catch and it's 4th and goal, why we don't go for it in the third quarter to get right back into the game. So it's so many things on so many high levels. People want to blame Derek Carr not being the leader that he is, or y'all want to blame this and this and this and that. But really, it's the defense. It's the defense. When there's no way that Nick Wachowski is scraping as a linebacker to the left and the run's going right. It doesn't make any sense. That's just undisciplined. It's simple football. You have Jonathan Hankins where he's a defensive tackle and he's right over the football and you're still going off sides, but you're supposed to watch the football and not listen to the quarterback say hi. Once the ball's moved, you move. It's simple. It's simple things that we did in this game that it was just terrible, man. It was just terrible. Y'all was the better team today. Facts are facts.
Yeah, and you said it too with the run discipline. That was the huge issue, and that when Nyheim Hines broke that run on the left side in that third quarter, your safety, you guys had him right where you wanted, but your safety broke in too much. Yep, Eric Harris broke in too much, and with a guy that's as agile as Nyheim Hines, you have to understand that he's not going to run through people. He's going to outrun you. And you cannot allow him to get the outside edge.
Right. And remember, I kept saying it in the preview show that Eric Harris is Mr. Unreliable. And that's exactly what he was. He was very unreliable. Jonathan Abram, I don't know what type of safety he is, but I'm at a point where we don't have no veteran leadership on our defense to a point. Paul Guttner expects these young guys to step up. When we released Demarius Randall, which was another guy, which I was kind of disappointed that we released him during preseason. I'm like, okay, so who's going to be the real veteran here? We got Jeff Heath on IR. He's not really a veteran, but we need some type of leadership that's been in big games like this. None of these players have really been in big games like this, but a Derek Carr or a Nelson Aguilar. Aguilar has a Super Bowl championship with the Eagles, but at the same time, John Gruden's press conference was terrible to a point where he's just so discreet and everything. I'm just over at the point. I'm giving y'all win. Y'all did what y'all supposed to do. Y'all got the job done.
Yeah, man. I mean, that was crazy. The big story of the day, Jonathan Taylor rushing for 150 yards. That guy could do no wrong. And he blew us away with his speed when he outran them secondary guys. That was incredible. And then, T.Y. Hilton, that first quarter, just putting your entire defense just on ice skates. I mean, that dude just could do no wrong. Let's talk about your offense though for a second. I mean, I told you, and I told the other guys that, this defense, and especially the run defense, it's no joke. And, and ended up having, what did Josh Jacobs run for? Like 12 rushes for like 40 yards or something.
He had 48 yards, but I just feel like
13 attempts, so 3.8. Sorry.
Okay. 3.8 per carry. And even though that we wasn't effective in the run game, I think our passing game was pretty good against Shaw. I'm not going to lie. I think we established something during the passing game, knowing that y'all really wasn't on Nelson Aguilar like y'all was on Waller and everybody else. And Nelson Aguilar ended up having a good game. And I said it in the chat before I got on here, is that if we would never went away from him, this game would have been a little bit more high scoring on our end, and y'all probably still would have came out with the win. But I feel like we went away from Aguilar in the second half, and we try to force stuff to Hunter Renfrow, try to force stuff to Waller, and knowing that y'all already knew how Waller was coming into this game. And y'all see, and I said it on our preview show that we have to get innovative on offense. You see that one trick play that we had that got Nelson Aguilar down into the red zone. Derek Carr threw it to Zay Jones. Zay Jones threw it to Aguilar. That was something different that the Colts defense didn't see. And then we went back to that 2002 offense that John Gruden likes to run, and it just doesn't work in this league. And a lot of Raider Nation don't understand that. And that's the problem, that we're not innovative enough on offense. If you look at what the Colts did today, y'all established the pass and the run. Y'all established both. We couldn't establish one or the other. So it was the passing game good. Our run couldn't do well. And not John Gruden, but Josh Jacobs was in and out the game. Like, he was nicked up a few times. And we didn't even use Jalen Richard. Like I said before, we got 4 running backs that can catch the ball out the backfield. We only utilized 2. And we barely utilized the third one. So we have all this talent on this offensive side, and it's just not clicking. Is it the offense or is it John Gruden play calling? I think it's John Gruden play calling, in my opinion.
Cody, you got something?
Anyway, as Colts fans. Yeah. I was going to say, as Colts fans, we definitely understand this season going away from things that work. We've been so frustrated at certain points like this season. Like, okay, Jonathan Taylor is looking good. Why are we going away from him? Just stuff like that. So I totally feel you on that. That definitely is very frustrating as well. But yeah, it definitely seemed like in that, because it was a really tight game for really 3 quarters. And then that fourth quarter happened, and it was, Jonathan Taylor ran for that. And
the
it was
Raiders,
within 6 at one point.
The Raiders have given up, I think they said now after this game, have given up 145 points in the fourth quarter this season. It's the most points by any team in any quarter in the NFL. So, I mean, basically the fourth quarter is the Raiders' kryptonite. Is basically what it is.
It is. Yeah. And that's been our issue all year. It's been our issue all year in the fourth quarter is just, but the way this game was going and the way that y'all was moving up and down the field and both teams were moving up and down the field, this game would have been higher than 40 points for y'all. Honestly, the way this defense was playing, if it was 5 quarters in this game, I'll tell you that right now, y'all probably would have put 70 points on our defense. I'm just being real. Just being real. Like, there's nothing else that we can say. I've been wanting Paul Gunther fired since the beginning of the year. I didn't even want him to come back. And I thought that us bringing in Ron Millinari, I'm like, okay, that puts pressure on Paul Gunther to do better. It's no different. It's no different than last year. No matter who we plug in, no matter who we get in free agency, it's just not clicking. So giving up all them points in the fourth quarter is just unacceptable, man. I never seen nothing like it from any defense in this league, knowing that we probably have worse defenses that's more worse than ours, but 145 points in the fourth quarter, I can't even imagine. It's just disappointing.
Oh man. Yeah. I understand. I mean, yeah. And your buddies weren't helping you with anything on the fact that they were just wanting to blame the whole team as the issue. Like, obviously, Derek Carr had a couple of throws that were iffish, but the interception that he threw, that Corey Willis returned for a pick 6, that wasn't his fault. He put it where the running back's hands. The running back just dropped it, and Willis just happened to be in the right spot.
They wanted to blame Derek Carr for that interception so bad because every time we lose, they want to blame Derek Carr on why we lose. And that is the problem with the Raider Nation.
That's the problem with Colts Nation, too.
It's with Phillip Rivers. It's the same thing.
But Derek Carr been getting slandered ever since Mariota got re-signed with us. He's been getting slandered like, is Mariota going to be the starter now since Derek Carr is not playing up to par? Or like, I just don't understand why you don't see this man. The last 2 games he threw for more than what he was threw for 315 against y'all today and threw 385 against the Jets, and he was 31 of 45, which that is not bad of play from a quarterback in the way we lost. So where's the blame on Derek Carr? Yes, he did have that one interception, which was a great interception.
It was a great interception.
It was a one-hand interception. Just imagine if he didn't get up there, that could have been a touchdown. You can't blame that on Carr. It was just a great play.
That was a more of a great play by Kenny Moore than it was a bad throw, because originally Darryl Waller was all by himself, but Kenny Moore was floating in that area and recognized the coverage, and that's why he was able to make a play on that play. So it's like, it wasn't necessarily Carr's fault. He made the right throw. It's just Kenny Moore made an even better play.
He made a better play. That's all. That's all that was.
Yeah. I mean, I was saying the same thing about that first touchdown that you guys had. I said that wasn't even bad defense. That was just a great throw, a great catch, and a great run after. It's like there's just nothing you can do about that. Sometimes you just mess up.
And people think that like, Carr, he's not serious of playing. He's into God and church and all that. I'm like, if that's the case, if he wants to be a preacher, why is he still playing?
Yeah, exactly.
If he wasn't really serious, he wants to win.
You don't play football if you don't enjoy it. Believe me, you don't. Just ask Andrew Luck how that worked out. He didn't play. He quit because he lost faith in the game. He didn't like playing it anymore. You're telling me that Derek Carr's still playing, wanting to get hit every game, but just because of the money? You can do a lot of other things that take a lot less toll on your body. And believe me, he's made enough money already. The boy's got enough money. He don't need to worry about that. It's not the money that's the issue. It's just, and so what if he believes in God? That was the one thing that I got on people about, because we're kind of in this era now where everyone's just like, oh, he believes in God, and that's supposed to be a bad thing. Like, so what? I don't care if he believes
they
in
say
God.
that his focus is not football. If his focus is not football, why is he coming to work day in and day out?
Exactly.
That's like me going
Right.
into it.
I've said a lot of bad things. I've said some things about Derek Carr about his off the field conduct at times where he said some things that he shouldn't have. But I definitely do not believe for a second that he is not committed to football.
Right. And
Right.
like Frank Reich was a freaking pastor for years. So like just chill.
Yeah,
You know?
exactly.
And that's the problem with Raider Nation, man. So they want to put everything on card, knowing that this defense has not been good in the last 10 years. The 7 years that Carr has been here, he has not had a top 20 or top 15 or top 10 or top 5 defense. Never. Even in the year that we went 12-4, that defense was still ranked 28th in the league, knowing that we were 12-4. So, like, that's what I'm saying. You can't blame it. It's a collective loss. Yes, Carr made some bad throws. He made some interceptions. But at the same time, when you give up 418 yards on 65 carries within 2 games, who can you really blame?
Yeah, exactly. You're right. I mean, you're right. When you're giving up an average of 200 yards a game running the football, you'll never win the game. I'm sorry. You might win it if it's against the Jets, but you won't win against a team like Indianapolis when you're giving them 200 yards rushing. It won't happen.
Right, and knowing that y'all needed this win, knowing that I think the Titans won today as well, and we both needed this win, but y'all wanted it more than us. And as a Raiders fan, I can say that y'all wanted it more. I think offensively, we wanted to score those points because we were driving up and down the field, like both offenses were. But it's just that y'all had the better defense, y'all had the more complete team than what we did.
And I think it also just came down to situational football too, because, like you said, Derek Carr was picking this team apart for a lot of this game. I mean, when we play zone, your receivers had to make some really good catches in some tight windows, and they certainly did. And you guys were driving, but, like I said, and when it got down to being inside the red zone, it seemed that the Raiders had a more difficult time converting than Indianapolis did later in the game. And that's what also can hurt you is that, if you're not converting in the red zone and you're getting field goals instead of touchdowns every time, then, you're not going to win close games like that.
And I figured out when it comes to like, when we had that big outside run by Josh Jacobs, like you went away from that. Like, if you notice in the beginning of our season for the Raiders, we started running stretch plays where Josh Jacobs think he's going outside, but he cuts back inside. And we don't even do stretch plays anymore. Everything got to be sweeps or in the middle. We all know inside is where the best interior defense is at for the Colts. Like when you can't run inside on them, like you can't run inside on y'all. And then we didn't, I said, we didn't do anything innovative. We didn't even get Ruggs involved in this game where this guy has so much speed. He has so much speed. He has so much talent that you could put him in the run game or you could put him in the passing game. And we did not have no game plan for him against this defense at all.
Yeah, it's weird because, it seemed like, your game plan just, your fastest guy, you never really got involved. It was either some drag routes across the middle or it was an occasional screen pass. It's like, let the man try and go over top, man. Like, geez, like why not try with this defense that was also missing Xavier Rhodes for part of this game? Your best corner, like why not try and take advantage of that?
We didn't. We didn't capitalize on it at all. I said it in the stream. I say, darn, Xavier Rhodes is down. I didn't want to make it seem like it was a bad thing. I didn't want to be rude about it, but I'm like, since he's out on an injury, if I'm John Gruden, I would take advantage of whoever's coming in for him. And we didn't do it. We didn't do it at all. We didn't execute on that at all.
Yeah, and I mean, Rocky Sin also had himself a pretty decent day today. He came in and did what he had to do. Didn't have any of those unnecessary holding penalties that he's had over the last couple weeks. But I mean, what's your playoff situation now? Does basically Miami have to lose out and the Ravens have to lose at least one game? And isn't it where Miami has to lose out and then Ravens have to basically lose one more game and you have to win out at this point?
So according to Sean Reed, he's a Raiders insider on Twitter. He said if the Ravens lose to the Browns tomorrow, then the Raiders control their own destiny. 3 straight wins makes us 10-6, and that will put us in the playoffs. The Ravens could still finish 10-6 in that case, but Las Vegas will get the nod because of the conference record.
Right. So basically, you're just hoping for the Raiders to do it one time. But then again, what about the Dolphins? Because the Colts
That's who we play next week. That's the crazy thing.
That's right. Yeah. So if Miami loses twice, if you finish with the same record as them, then you'll basically
we'll have the nod.
Then you'll have the nod. Yeah. So
we'll have the nod over the Ravens and the Miami Dolphins, and we'll get that final spot.
So it's still doable, but it's asking a lot.
We have to win 3 straight. That means we have to beat the Miami Dolphins, the Chargers, and the Broncos.
I mean, 3 games. Miami's going to be the big one because Miami put a little bit of a hurt on the Chiefs. They lost, but it was a real close game, and
that defense.
That defense is legit. They're playing hard.
They were kicking Mahomes' butt there for a little bit.
They had him throw 3 interceptions, bro. 3 interceptions. Dang. I don't think Mahomes has thrown 3 interceptions in a game since being a starter.
Right.
And they sacked him for 30-yard loss.
That was crazy.
Jerome Baker, a former Buckeye, sacked Mahomes for a 30-yard loss. That's never happened.
FaZe, we do play the Chargers next week, and I'm even nervous about that game. The way our defense is playing, I'm nervous. I can't even consider it a win. I can't.
Yeah, Justin Herbert.
What happens during the week? Jonathan Abram ended up going out with whatever injury that he had. LaMarcus Joyner, I don't know what happened to him. Trent Brown, he played phenomenal today. I think the offensive line played really great against this great front seven. We didn't allow a sack at all today. So that was a good part about the Raiders. We didn't allow a sack.
Yeah, both offensive lines were really good today.
Yeah,
both were really good.
I think we got pressured. Carr got pressured like 1 or 2 times out of the whole game.
Yeah.
But, it was clean pockets from both quarterbacks. I mean, offensive lines held up. They did.
Mm-hmm. And that was huge too. I was telling y'all, I mean, it all depends on Anthony Costanzo coming back for the Colts. If he plays, this dynamic of this team is completely different. And sure enough, it was. I mean, Costanzo coming back was so freaking huge.
Yeah, it was. I think he went out in the game early too, if I'm not mistaken, right?
He did. Yeah. Nelson switched over to left tackle for a few series there, and then Costanzo came back. Thank goodness.
Thank God.
Oh, yeah, and knowing that Trent Brown came back, it definitely made a difference for us having Trent Brown back in the lineup. So,
right, yeah.
I mean, it was a good win. I mean, y'all came on the road, y'all came to Las Vegas, knowing usually is if we had fans, it would have been a hostile environment. But at the end of the day, y'all came out and was ready. Y'all was ready. T.Y. Hilton had a great game. Big play across the middle for a touchdown, deep ball. Was not expecting a deep ball from Phillip Rivers this week. I was not expecting it, but the way our defense was playing, I was like, everything was a deep ball considered to me.
Yeah, I mean, there was nobody even close. And I was telling my brother that ball was actually underthrown because as he was throwing it, I don't know who hit him, but one of your defensive linemen hit him as he was throwing it. Mm-hmm. He never had a chance to step up into the throw. He left T.Y. Hilton actually hanging there for a second, but there was still nobody within like 10 yards of T.Y.
Right, because Jonathan Abram is not good he's not good in coverage. He's just a good hard-hitting safety that can't cover.
Yeah, he's a hard-hitting safety for sure.
He's a hard-hitting safety to a point that he hit your running back so hard he injured himself.
Yeah.
That's what Cody was telling me too. He actually
he got knocked out by Jonathan Taylor's knee, I think.
Yeah. He knocked his own self out.
Crazy,
that's hilarious.
It's crazy, man. As a Raiders fan, this is what happens. We get to that 6-5 or 7-5 record just like last year. We was at this record last year. Went into New York, got blown out by them, but we struggled against them this year. It is like every time the second half of the year we struggle. It never fails.
And I saw they brought up the stat of, I talked to you about it, about how the Raiders in this game becoming a rivalry. I hope it becomes one, because they said now this is the 19th time that the Colts and the Raiders have played together.
Mhm.
And the Raiders lead the all-time series 10-9, but Indianapolis has won 6 of the last 8. So Colts have made it really interesting over the last couple of years here. But yeah, man, I hope more of these games come around, but I'm hoping next time it's not a repeat, because, Colts won in 2018. You lost. You won in 2019. We win in 2020. If it's 2021, I'm already counting it as a loss. I'm already doing it. Just nostalgia's sake.
Yeah, it just seems like we just back and forth for the last 3 to 4 years. It's just gonna be a back and forth thing. But it all depends on the talent and how the coaches are coaching these players up. And right now, we're not coaching them up. And y'all coaching. Frank Wright is definitely doing a phenomenal job on the offensive side. Defensively, y'all that's why y'all top 5 defense in this league. Y'all this show today. So much respect.
Appreciate that, man. Yeah, it was actually Cody and I were talking about it earlier that this might be the first time this season where we watched a full game and said, we could not find one play where we said, what the hell is Frank Reich calling? That's the first time all year that we have finally said, oh, wow. Like every play call made freaking sense. Like every single one.
It made sense that y'all got Michael Pittman going early as well with T.Y. Hilton. I just felt we had no answer. You put Nevin Lawson on T.Y. Hilton. You put Trayvon Mullen on Michael Pittman Jr. Tight end, it wasn't really too much tight end play today from y'all, but y'all wide receivers did the thing. Like even what's his name? Pascal. I'm saying,
Zach Pascal.
He did really well too, breaking tackles and stuff like that. So
that big reception. Yeah,
this just our defense is just garbage. It's just hot garbage.
Well, Colts know all about that. This past decade, we've had some pretty trash defenses, honestly. Ever since Andrew Luck was in the league, I think the best defense we've ever had was like the 18th ranked best defense. So
that was in the last 7 years, we didn't even reach the peak of the top 20. So
hey, 200 likes in the freaking stream, Cody.
Yeah, speaking of 200, awesome. I want to talk about this with you for a second, Darian. Back-to-back weeks now, the Raiders have allowed 200-plus rushing yards. What do you got to say about that, man? I mean, we know as Colts fans from years past, especially, even that Super Bowl run, the Colts allowed, like, at one point against Jacksonville, like 275 yards on the ground. So we understand the pain a little bit, but, like, man, what's going to change there? Because it's been kind of rough for them the last couple weeks.
I don't even know how to answer this right now because I have no answer. I have no answer. There's no way where you have linebackers going left and the run is going right. I just don't understand why you're scraping left when the play is going right. I just don't understand. There's no way on a 3rd and 4 at half, right before the half, 3rd and 4, we're playing our corners in our linebackers 6 to 7 yards back. I don't understand it. That's what happened with John. I think Naheem Hines or Jonathan Taylor was able to get down to the 1 yard line at the end of the half with 1 second left because we played our linebackers 5 to 6 yards back on a 3rd and 4. Don't understand that either. You playing prevent defense and the red zone. It doesn't make any sense to me. So I have really no answer for that. Like Paul Gutner's scheme just doesn't work. If you look at the players that came over, like a Corey Littleton and the LaMarcus Jordan in the last couple years, those guys played well with the Rams because they know how to scheme to the best of their ability. But when you put LaMarcus Jordan in at a slot corner where he usually plays safety, what you supposed to expect from him?
Yeah, exactly.
So and Corey Littleton is a person that he's more of a coverage linebacker than a run stopping linebacker, but you make him a run stopping linebacker and not a coverage one. So
honestly, I thought Joyner was actually the best corner that you guys had today. Ironically, he stopped T.Y. Hilton from getting a ginormous gain across the middle and had a couple pass deflections. I thought he's actually looking decent out there today, but. See, I want to address this comment. Abrams definitely does have the Bob Sanders mentality of just killing people when he makes tackles. The only difference was Bob Sanders was actually decent in coverage.
He was
I
a
mean,
playmaker in coverage.
Yeah, he was a playmaker in coverage. He had interceptions to go along with it. I don't know if Abram quite fits that mold, even though he does have that intensity, though. That definitely
he has the intensity, but I feel like knowing that he missed all last year, they still consider him a rookie in some sorts. But at the end of the day, even though that you still consider a rookie, like I said in the preseason, like I said in the offseason, if you want to bring these young guys in, you have to bring in veteran leadership to help these guys. And that's what we did not do in the offseason. We did have Demarius Randall, and then we ended up releasing him for no reason. We still don't know to this day why he was released. So they want to go with the younger guys. I can understand it. But if you want to go to the playoffs and try to win games, like JP said, we sucked on third downs, and that's been for the last 15 years. That is a fact.
I want to see what you think. Was that a pass interference on Hilton early in the game? There was that deep ball that was originally called for a pass interference, but they took it away. It definitely
with Trayvon Mullen.
Mullen
right before the ball got there.
Right before the ball got there. Yeah,
it's a bang bang call.
Yeah,
but, I mean it's a bang bang call. It was very close. I'm not gonna say it wasn't a PI. It could have went either way.
Yeah.
It could have went either way. I wouldn't have been mad if they called the PI, and I wouldn't have been mad if I wouldn't have been mad either way. Because you as a ref. From where we're seeing it and from where they're seeing it, we really can't tell, but it's a bang bang call. I think it could have been a PI, but they didn't call it. So either way, even though it was a PI, y'all still end up scoring on that drive anyway. So
yeah, true.
Y'all end up winning that anyway, even though y'all scored on that drive.
Cody, did you agree with Sean when he said that this Raiders defense is the worst defense we played all year?
I mean, we played the Jets, so
yeah, but even the Jets held us to under 100 yards rushing. The Jets held us to 100 yards, less than 100 yards rushing.
So did the Jets. They held us under 100 yards rushing.
Yeah, I mean, people say this all the time. The Jets actually have a really solid run defense. They stack the box. Mm-hmm. They actually have some really good run stoppers there in the middle. They can do that. It's just, again, their offense is so atrocious. Their defense is on the field the majority of the time anyway. And what was the time of possession today? I forget what it was.
It was like a 3-minute difference. I think we had more of a time of possession of like 31 minutes to your 28 minutes.
Really? You guys had more time of possession?
Yeah, like I
did.
I looked at the box score. It like some of the team stats, we actually beat y'all in some of the team stats. Not every stat, but some.
Gotcha.
Right.
That's
the big differentiating ones are obviously the rushing yards. You guys had 79. We had 212.
Right.
And then the turnovers. You guys had 3. We had 0. Those were the two big ones, I think, for me. Other than that, they were all fairly close, I would say.
The crazy part, total yards, 456 to 424. We both had 9 total drives. Y'all averaged 7.7 yards. We had 6.2 yards per play. We see penalties. We both had 6 penalties each. Yeah, time of possession and turnovers was the biggest thing, but everything was identical, like third down efficiency, passing downs, first downs, and stuff like that. Everything was just as identical. It's just the turnovers in the time of possession.
Yeah, and that was crazy too, because in that first in the first quarter, I think the Colts had all but like 12 minutes of that first quarter all to themselves. So, I mean, it looked like it was going to be one of those games where the Colts were going to dominate time of possession, which is kind of crazy to think that they didn't. It's kind of weird that all of a sudden, like I said, I think that was what the story was in the second half for the Raiders. They were moving down the field very well in the second half, but just weren't converting at the end. I mean, they had the ball quite often because the Colts were scoring very quickly in the second half.
Right. So for all the Raiders fans that's actually in the chat, I did put my link in the chat if you do want to subscribe to the Raiders channel. But any Raiders fans that came over from the Spotlight Raiders Talk, just subscribe to these fellas, man. This channel has been growing so well Honestly, when I met you, I don't even think you was at 4K when I met you over on FTFN, if I'm not mistaken.
I think we were actually under 3K, if I'm not
mistaken. And this channel has been
yeah.
growing tremendously, and y'all have to come over and respect these guys, man. They put in the work, and I try to put in as much work as them because these guys they be doing their thing. They be doing their thing. So
I appreciate you, man.
It was
Appreciate
good.
Thank
it was
you.
good coming. You came on my show Friday. I was on your show Thursday. I'm back on your show today. So I'm a realistic Raiders fan. I'm not one of those ones that could be like, oh, we 7-6 and still go to the Super Bowl. No, I'm taking it one game at a time. I've been taking it one game at a time, and I said it in my preseason. When the schedule came out, I said 9-7 or 10-6. Look where we're at now. We're 7-6. We just never know what might happen in the next 3 games. So definitely keep a lookout. And I think I put the wrong link in the chat, so I'm gonna put the right one in the chat now.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go. So that's the correct one. So make sure y'all subscribe over to Spotlight Raiders Talk. I will be doing a recap of this show once I actually take a shot and enjoy my Sunday night football.
What you about to take a shot of, bro?
I'm gonna take a double shot of Grand Marnier. You know what I'm saying?
All right, I got you. All right.
I wasn't gonna take nothing. I wasn't gonna take nothing too harsh. I'm not in the mood for no Hennessy or anything of that.
Hennessy, that's a great
I'd rather take
one
a
right
smooth
there.
cognac instead of a stressful cognac as Hennessy. So
All right, I got
Yeah,
you. I
there you
got
go.
you. I'm just about to drink me some Arnold Palmer's. That's about it.
oh
That's
yeah,
my
enjoy,
drink.
enjoy your win. Because who y'all got next week?
We got Houston again.
Got Houston.
We played
We gotta beat
Houston
'em.
last week. We played you guys this week, and then we got to face them again this
We on
next
a
week.
short week now. We play the Chargers Thursday night.
Dang.
Oh, damn.
That's gonna be again
Shoot.
that offense with Justin Herbert. Herbert has been pretty good this year, given everything that he's had to deal with, and they can put up some points. So you're right. If your defense wasn't so atrocious, I would say that the Raiders got this one in the bag. But I can't say that.
beat them the first time. It was the funny thing is it was a defensive play that made us beat the Chargers last time we played them. But we going into a short week, playing Thursday night. Hopefully this team is prepared because we need to win these last 3 games to even try to think about talking playoffs if we want to make that playoff push. But I'm at a point where if we make the playoffs, I think we're going to be 1-0 just because of our defense. I'm just going to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen in the playoffs too, if you don't have a good defense, you're most likely going to be a one and done. There's not a lot of, there's exceptions, but very rarely does a team make it to the Super Bowl that doesn't have a somewhat of a defense.
Somewhat right. Somewhat of a defense.
Yeah, exactly. Because last year the Chiefs' defense obviously got better as the season went on. I think of the playoffs, they figured it out, but they entered the playoffs with a defense that was like average at best going into that year. But then when they got in the playoffs, then their defense just started to pick up another gear. I don't know what happened, but
just like Risk Take said, we can't cover our eyes. We can't cover God if God was standing in front of us. I'm just saying. We can't cover eyes. We can't cover a snail. We can't cover anything when it comes to this Raiders defense. We just can't. When you give up so many points per game, what else can you really say? You can't say nothing great about this defense. Knowing that, Max Crosby is there. Yes, Cleveland Farrell is there, but where are they?
It's really weird to look at your defensive line and see that you're struggling so much to get pressure. Cleveland Farrell, wasn't the most highly anticipated defensive lineman coming out, but he was a good pick nonetheless. At number 6, or at number 4,
number 4,
I don't know.
right.
I don't know about that, but he was definitely a first round draft pick nonetheless. And Maurice Hurst, who coming out of Michigan, when he was brought into Michigan, he was actually the number 1 high school player in the country when he went into Michigan. Just hasn't really lived up to that height. Former Colt Jonathan Hankins on there. I know he can definitely stop the run because he definitely is a big boy. And, like you said, Max Crosby, that dude has been getting very little love. He's been a very solid defensive lineman, I feel, especially last year. How many sacks did he have last year? Didn't he have like 12?
He had 10.5.
10.5. Okay. Well, I mean, 10.5 for as young as he is. I mean, it's like you guys got talent on that defensive line. It's just somehow it's just not been put together.
It's the scheme. Because there's no way we bring in Vic Beasley and he's nonchalant. I just don't understand. Vic Beasley. The only thing is Vic Beasley played today. That's how bad our defense was. We didn't even know that he was on the field.
Man.
Oh man.
See, y'all didn't even know.
I didn't even know. No.
No, I didn't know until I actually looked at the box. I'm like, Vic Beasley played where? Like,
yeah.
Like, what's going on here, man? So yeah, it's gonna be a short week for us. So I gotta get over it, try to get over it with these 2 double shots and do my video and move on.
Yeah, you just gotta move on. That's right,
man. So it's been great coming on. I'm gonna definitely head out, but I'm gonna enjoy some Sunday night football. Give me something to eat, have me a drink, and probably like at 2:00 in the morning, probably have how I'm feeling. I'm still gonna make a video.
There you go.
Talk about how this team lost. So thank y'all for having me come on to y'all, post game show. And we'll link up some more, if you into some, I don't know if y'all into basketball, but basketball NBA is coming up. So if y'all want to collaborate on some of that stuff,
I might do some of that. I know Cody and I are usually not giant basketball people, but I don't mind talking an occasional basketball topic.
Y'all Pacers fans? Pacer fans?
Nope.
I used to be, and then they let me down one too many times, and I'm like, screw the NBA. I'm not
just
doing
got
this
destroyed
anymore.
by LeBron. That's it.
I know. Oh my gosh, I was emotionally burned too much.
Well, I do have a second channel, Spotlight Sports Network. So if you do y'all want to come on and talk some basketball, we will have some basketball shows coming on. So, but I'll definitely reach out to y'all Twitter or via Instagram, any of that nature. But thank y'all for having me on. Shout out to the Colts Nation. Y'all got it. It's still Raider Nation, but it's Colts Nation now because y'all got the lead on us right now as far as wins.
Gotcha.
Respect for the Raider fan coming on to bring it. Listen,
yes, sir.
My other 2 guys was too tired to come on here, so I'm going to be the lead dog and let it be the Raider.
You're the real MVP, man.
I'm the real MVP when it comes to that. But thank y'all so much for having me on, man. Really appreciate it.
No problem.
Thanks for coming on, man.
All right, I'll talk to y'all later.
See
ya.
I think we're probably going to be close to ending it here too, guys. It's been a long freaking night, man. I mean, holy cow. It's so good to get that win, dude. I mean, it's great too because, with the same thing what he was saying about the Raiders controlling their destiny. Well, the Colts have a really easy way to go now if they beat Houston and they beat Jacksonville. No doubt we make it into the playoffs. With the divisional record. But yeah, I mean,
if they can do that, they reach my predictions at 11-5, and then I'll be gloating about it to you.
Yeah, right. Because you had them.
Realistically, though, I know it's the NFL and anything can happen. I don't look at any of these 3 teams and say, "Oh my gosh, the Colts have no chance." And I think that's huge.
Honestly, this game scared me more than the rest of them. That's what
this was the game I was like, we're probably going to lose. We just don't have success against them. It's almost like the Jacksonville. Like in Jacksonville, for whatever reason, it's like we just cannot win. I don't know what it is, but thank goodness we got the monkey off our back here. Really did, and
totally,
kind of in dominating fashion in that 4th quarter, especially. So I am feeling good, man. Feeling really, really good. And I guess it's probably time to hop off here pretty soon and have our guy who created that hype video for this game. He posted he had some highlights from this game, so we're going to post that up afterwards. So everybody in the chat to be up here pretty soon. So be sure to check that out. Give it a like. We'd love it to get it as many views as we can because this is a great victory, man. Great victory.
Oh yeah, feels so freaking good, man. Feels so freaking good.
And we're over 200 likes, so let's take
and
that.
over 210 likes too, man. Y'all are real ones in this chat today, man. Oh man.
Okay.
All right, guys. I think we're gonna end it here. This was a really fun stream, an hour and a half long. Able to bring Darian in here. Awfully great time. It was a great way to watch this, and it's weird being able to watch the game, not doing a live play-by-play, but just being able to watch it and do what we do. But again, I know some people were saying, why aren't we seeing any more live play-by-plays anymore? Some stuff has been going on over the last couple weeks. It's made it difficult for us to do those. We promise we'll get some up here. No problems with that. We are definitely going to make sure we get more of those going on. We won't see Michael next week because he's actually going to the game against the Texans. So, but we'll make sure we get some streams, guys. We promise we will. We'll get them going back as soon as we can. But thank you guys again so much. And Michigan Wolverines, thank you, man. Take care and thank you kindly. Hey, I mean, I hope TY saw this stream today. I hope somebody shows him and shows him that I'm sorry for what I've possibly said about him. And I respect him so much more now for what he's been doing recently. Thank you guys again so much for tuning in. And as always,